We are talking about beauty secrets today. Lots of secrets. I have my favorite 10 tips for all sorts of beauty, skin, makeup, hair that I want to share with you today that I feel like every single woman should know to make their beauty routine so much better. Secret number one is lactic acid is a critical part of your skincare routine. So this is kind of a new one that I just started incorporating in my skincare routine. You guys, I am 43, and when I tell you I started using lactic acid, it has transformed my skin. Now, I've talked about my skincare routine in videos on TikTok, Instagram, all of that. And I used to use AHA, glycolic acid, bunch of different acids, but lactic acid, there's something about it that is magical, that works for my skin the best out of all the acids I've tried. So what it does, I looked it up because I want to make sure I give you the right information. Lactic acid is helpful for smoothing and softening the skin, which it did. I'm telling you guys, my cheeks are like a baby's butt. Do you guys see how smooth my skin is right there? This is the best my skin has ever looked. And I'm 43. I'm not even joking. I'm not bullshitting you guys. My skin now is better than when I was in my 20s. I know it's because of my specific skincare products that I've been using, and the lactic acid really does help. It helps smoothen the skin, soften it, and it exfoliates the skin. So it cleans out my pores. It gets rid of dry patches. So if you guys are having dry patchy skin, try using a lactic acid. It's very gentle, so it's really great for dry and sensitive skin. And that's why I love it so much, because as I've gotten older, my skin is getting more dry. I need something a little bit less irritating, so the lactic acid has been perfect. There's tons of different options out there, you guys. There's toners, there's serums, anything that has lactic acid, incorporate it into your skincare routine. I'm telling you, it will completely transform your skin. Beauty secret number two is you can remove your hair at home. So they have these devices now that you can use at home, because I used to, for the last year, you guys, I would go into an esthetician's office or dermatology's office to get hair removal. Like I've had my legs done, I've had my hoo-ha done, I had my armpits done. You guys, I've had a lot of laser treatments over the years because I don't know if it's my genetic makeup. I have a lot of hair all over my body. Then during COVID, I had my daughter, and after that, it got worse. It came back. And I was like, what the heck is this? Like my arms, I hadn't had my arm lasered. I was like, why are my arms super furry and my hair's getting really dark? What is going on? I look like a freaking chia pet.
Okay, that's like a chia pet, right?
So I got this during COVID, this device by Kenzie. It's an IPL device, because I was desperate to try to figure out how to get rid of my hair. So I did a video about this in the past, I think a year and a half or 2 years ago. So I'm still using it, you guys, but it's by the brand Kenzie, and it's an IPL device that look like this. So IPL stands for intense pulse light. A lot of dermatologists will use it for various things like wrinkles, acne scars, unwanted hair. A lot of different benefits come from it. But for me specifically, I use this for hair removal, mainly on my arms, because I've already had my legs and hoo-ha done. I'm probably gonna touch those up with this pretty soon because they're getting a little patchy now, but TMI, you guys. So let me show you my arms. So I've had several sessions. I showed you guys this a year and a half ago, and it's still hanging strong. It's pretty good. My hair used to be really, really dark. So here, let's do this arm, you guys. Can you guys see? There is some hair on there, but do you see how it's so much lighter? It used to be dark brown and a lot thicker. So since I've been using this, it's lighter, it's not as dark, it's a lot more fine, it's not as thick as it once was. So what you do is you take the device and you plug it in, it has a little green light right here. And what you do is you hit the power button until it turns on, and you hear how it's making just a very slight fan noise. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold the device up to your skin and press down this button here on the front. So you go like this, and you'll just run it down the area where you don't want hair. And it doesn't hurt, it doesn't sting at all, which is why I love it, because when I had laser done in an esthetician's office, it was pretty strong. It burnt like hell, especially my hoo-ha, you guys. It was not a fun time. I'm not even gonna deny it, it was not fun. But this doesn't hurt at all, so I really like that it's more gentle. So let me show you one more time. I had more hair on the top of my arm, so what I do is just run it like this. And I do this about once a week, and you'll start to see results. They say you could see results after 3 or 4 sessions. For me, it took about 8 to 10, but I think it's because my hair was so dark and so thick, so it took more sessions. So you have to be consistent with it in order to see some results, you guys. But then once the hair is gone, then after that, You can just maintain it by doing it. If you see like your hair, you still want more to be removed, you just kind of maintain it. So for me, it works out really good because during COVID, when I got this, I didn't have to leave the house. I could do it while I was at home. I had a newborn at that time. So it works for me because it's easy. It doesn't hurt. It's not super expensive compared to like getting it done somewhere else. So that's why I like it a lot. So I have partnered with them. They reached out to me because they saw how much I liked the device. They asked me to do some videos with them and I was like, hey, yes, I will, because I actually like the device. So I'll put the code here if you guys want to try it out. You guys can make payments on their site if you want to do a payment plan. You'll get a discount if you use my code right here. I'll put on the screen, but it's by Kenzie. So far I've been really liking this. So I've been using this for about 2 years now? Yeah, about 2 years now because I got it during COVID and I've been really liking the results. Like I feel like my arm hair, well, if you guys can see it, like it really is so much lighter. I'm gonna probably do a couple more rounds and then I think I might do my face because I've been getting chin hair and stuff too. Like what is that about? Since I gave birth, I'm legit growing hair in places I don't want and then it won't grow on my head. I'm like really annoyed by this. Is this just me getting older or is this the hormones? I don't know. It's so annoying, you guys. But anyways, we're gonna make that hair go away. Beauty secret number 3 is using castor oil to thicken your lashes. Now, does this one work? For me, it actually has. So I did research because I was like, my lashes were getting thin as I've gotten older and I was desperate. I was like, I don't know what to do to make my lashes thicker. So I was looking online and I heard a lot of people say castor oil works really good. So I bought some on Amazon and I put that on my lashes and it makes them super soft. It hydrates them. For me, they do feel thicker. I did research online. Some doctors are like, no, it doesn't make your eyelashes thicker. It just conditions them, help them not to break. I am not going to say either way, but for me, I've actually noticed a difference in my lashes. Like I know I have a couple individuals out here. Look at my bottom lashes, you guys. They've gone a lot thicker since I've been using that. So I think it's a great tip to put on every night. Either way, it's just good for your lashes to hydrate them. It's gentle. It's not harsh on your hairs and it helps with the breakage and all that. But for me personally, I've seen my lashes get thicker by using it and it's super inexpensive, you guys. You can get it on Amazon for like 10 bucks and you just put it on every night and wham, bam, thicker lashes. Beauty secret number 4 is tongue scraping gives you a healthier mouth. So this tip, you guys, was out of desperation, these tongue scrapers. So the last year I've been sick multiple times. Ever since Audie started daycare, she gets sick, she brings it home. I always get it. I'm the one who gets the most sick the longest. And so I've had strep throat multiple times. I had like some sort of yeast overgrowth in my mouth. I was like, what the heck is this? This is disgusting. So I went to the doctors, they looked at my tongue. I was like, this is nasty. So I was Googling to see like what I could do to clean my tongue and it said tongue scrapers. I was like, I've never tried this before. So I found these on Amazon and I did research, you guys, on this. So basically this tongue scraper, you're gonna rub it across your tongue. I don't know if I should demo it for you guys or if you'll be totally grossed out, but it has this little angled side right here and it's really gentle. Let me show you. If you guys get grossed out by tongues, fast forward 10 seconds, okay? So you put out your tongue and you're gonna scrape it like that after you brush your teeth. So I brush my teeth. I do this every other night. I don't do it every night because I don't wanna overdo it and then stir up like bacteria in a bad way. So I do it every other night. I brush my teeth, spit it out, rinse, 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 and then I do this tongue scraping all across my tongue. You guys, since I have started doing the tongue scraping, my breath is better, my tongue has been clean, my teeth have been whiter, I haven't gotten as sick. I don't know if it's all coincidental, but I think that it's actually working. So I swear by tongue scraping now. I was like, I wish I had known about this sooner. No one told me about this, but it's actually working. Like, and then it says online when you do research, hold on, let me Google this for you guys. Benefit of tongue scraping. Okay. Yeah, so it says, according to healthline.com, it says it can help remove debris, bacteria, dead cells. It has other benefits like improving your sense of taste. Tongue scraping is a fast way to remove extra particles. It helps you get fresher breath. There's all these benefits of tongue scraping. So I'm like, why do dentists not tell us about this? It would be life-changing for me if I scrape my tongue. I would have a better smile, a healthier mouth. It's supposed to help reduce gum inflammation, so many amazing things. So yeah, I just buy these on Amazon super cheap and I scrape my tongue and I have better breath. Beauty secret number 5 is rosemary oil helps with hair growth. So you guys know, I've talked about this for years that I struggle with hair loss. Ever since I started losing weight years ago, I've had a lot of health issues. And I think it's contributed to me losing my hair basically. And I've done all sorts of treatments and things, and I'm on a pretty strict regimen now of things that I do. I'll do another video on that later for you guys to see like this is what I specifically do to get my hair healthy and growing back. And one thing I started incorporating was rosemary oil. So I did this research and there was a bunch of articles saying how rosemary oil stimulates the scalp, it helps detox the scalp, it gets things out of the hair follicles, it just pretty much it cleans the scalp really, really well and rejuvenates it, and it promotes blood circulation to help your hair grow. And I've noticed a difference on it. It's actually been working. So what I do is I just take rosemary oil, I get it on Amazon. You don't want to put it directly on your scalp because it's pretty strong. So what I do is I'll mix it in with some castor oil or some almond oil, and right before I wash my hair, I rub it into my scalp really, really good and just let it sit there while I do the rest of my shower routine. I put a face mask on, I do everything else, let it sit for a little bit, and then I wash my hair. Since I've been doing that, I noticed that I'm starting to get a little bit more growth. I don't know if you guys can see I have like some baby hairs going on here and such, but it's actually feel like it's working and it's very refreshing. My scalp feels very clean. My hair is not as oily as often. I don't have to wash it as much. So for me, it's been working really good. I use it once or twice a week whenever I wash my hair. So you don't have to do it a ton, but I've noticed a difference like with hair growth by using the rosemary oil. So you guys do research online, look it up yourselves to see if it works, but I am loving the results. Beauty secret number 6 is coconut oil makes your makeup brushes last longer. So this I started doing. So I obviously go through a lot of brushes because I do my makeup all the time. So what I started doing is taking coconut oil, and I learned about this from a cosmetic chemist. I'll link to below to him so you guys can check out his articles. He's really talented, has a lot of great advice. His name's Perry. But what he recommended doing is if you have makeup brushes that are really stubborn and they have some stains in there that won't come out, to use coconut oil. What's gonna do is it's gonna break down the makeup in your brushes. It's gonna get anything that's stuck in there and kind of release it. And it's also gonna hydrate the brushes. So it has multiple different things it does. And because coconut oil is antimicrobial, it helps disinfect your brushes too. So what I do is I just take a brush, I mix it in the coconut oil just to kind of soften the brushes, loosen all of the dirt and grime that's all in the bristles, and then I wash the brushes like normal. And I tell you guys, when I started doing this technique, my brush heads are so much softer. They're softer, they're more fine, they feel cleaner, they aren't stained anymore. It's really actually been working. That's how I wash my makeup brushes now, is I use coconut oil first, and then I use this soap bar that I wash them with, and I'm telling you guys, my makeup brushes, they smell good, they're clean, they're soft. It's amazing. Beauty secret number 7 is double cleansing gives you clearer skin. So I have been doing this for years, you guys. My best friend is an esthetician. 10 years ago, she told me to do this. I was like, double cleansing, what is that? It became really, really popular in the last, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years or so, I think because of Korean beauty or something like that. I was like, I've been doing this for 10 years. But basically, you're going to double cleanse your skin with an oil-based cleanser. There's several that I love. You guys just do research, find one that is your favorite, but I always, whenever I'm wearing a full face of makeup, especially like this, at night, I take an oil cleanser. I use that to really wipe my face. I rub it all in just to kind of melt all of that makeup down. And then I use a gentle cleanser after that to double cleanse it to get rid of anything that's left on my skin. Since I've been doing this literally 10 years, I definitely think it has helped my skin texture. I don't break out as often. My skin is more hydrated. I don't have makeup sitting on my skin. It feels very clean, but it doesn't strip it. So the benefits of double cleansing is that you don't use a harsh cleanser, you use something gentle. Using the oil is gonna pull out any impurities out of your pores. It's gonna hydrate the skin, it's gonna soften it. There's so many benefits of doing this, you guys. So definitely I'm a huge fan of double cleansing with an oil and then using a gentle cleanser after that. Beauty secret number 8 is your makeup tools need to match the viscosity of your foundation. I've talked about this in Instagram and on TikTok. If you're not following me on there, go follow me. So viscosity is how thin or thick a foundation is. So let me show you guys some examples. So I have this NARS Sheer Glow, which is a kind of looser viscosity. Do you see how it's kind of rolling down the hand a little bit? Then I have this Milani Conceal and Perfect, which is a thicker foundation. And this is a matte finish one. Do you see how it's just sitting there? So this is a thinner viscosity. viscosity, this is thicker. Your tools that you're going to apply your foundation with need to match the viscosity of your foundation. So if I have a thinner foundation like this, I'm going to use a buffing brush like that. The reason being is because it's thin, when you buff it into the skin, it's going to give you a more even coverage because that thin formula is going to glide across the skin. Now with a thick viscosity like this one right here, you're going to use a sponge that's slightly damp and you're going to tap it. If I were to use a buffing brush with a thick foundation like that, a thick viscosity, it's going to stick, it's not going to glide smoothly, it's going to give me a patchy appearance, it's not going to be smooth and flawless at all. So then you want to take a sponge, slightly damp, the dampness is going to thin out that thick foundation a little bit, you're going to tap it like this. And that's going to make all the difference in the world for your foundation, you guys. So if you are hating how a foundation looks on you, try switching out the tools that you use. I'm telling you, it really matters on how thick or thin the viscosity, I use that word a lot, you guys, of your foundation. It matters because it's gonna give you totally different results depending on what brush or sponge or fingers that you are using. It has to match the viscosity of your foundation. Beauty secret number 9 is shaving your face gives you flawless looking skin. So I have been doing this for a long time, you guys. I did this since the early 2000s, before the dermaplaning and all of that became hyped up and super popular. I was like, I've been doing this for years. So I just buy cheap razors, you guys. I don't spend good money on them. I just go to Target, get whatever cheapest ones that I can. They look like this. And what I do this about once every 2 weeks. Anytime I feel like my peach fuzz is coming in or I have dry patches on my skin, this works amazing for giving you smooth skin because it's gonna, like I said, it'll kind of exfoliate the skin really well. So dry patches, you know, any peach fuzz or anything like that that you just want to be gone, to give you a really smooth, flawless application, especially with your foundation. Telling you guys this works, but be careful because if you have sensitive skin, you want to use it with like either water and oil. You could even use a shave cream if you want. I use it dry because my skin's pretty tough by this point. So every other week, I just take the razor, I shave my whole face, and it gives me the smoothest skin. It helps my skincare products absorb into the skin better, helps my foundation lay flat on the skin. Like it's just, I don't know if you guys can see, like it's smooth. Everyone's like, you're using a filter, this and that. I'm like, I'm doing specific things that genuinely help my skin look smoother, and shaving is one of them. It just makes my skin look flawless. So I've done that for a really long time. I remember when my husband and I got married, because you know, like the dating period, you don't show any, you know, kind of funky stuff. And then after we got married, I was like, F it, I'm just gonna start shaving. So I was in the bathroom, I was shaving my face, and my husband gets out of the shower. He was like, are you shaving your face? I was like, yeah, I always shave my face. I was like, go back in the shower. But he was kind of like, why? Why are you doing that? I was like, well, for one, I've got a full beard and mustache at the point. I was saying that, but I was like, I do it to get rid of the peach fuzz on my face and the dry skin so my skincare absorbs in my skin better. I was like, it's part of my skincare routine. So now he just kind of laughs every time I come in the bathroom. I'm sitting there in the mirror, like shaving my face. He thinks it's hilarious. So I'm telling you guys, it works. You can get those dermaplaning tools or whatever. I'm clumsy as hell. Whenever I tried those, I felt like I was gonna stab my face off. So I use razors instead because it's more steady for my clumsy hands. So I feel like it's more gentle on my skin versus those dermaplaning devices. But you guys use whatever you want. The whole idea is just to scrape off whatever you don't want so you have flawless looking skin. Secret number 10 is the best one. It is Tretinoin reverses aging. You guys, I'm gonna preach about this all day, every day. I am 43, and like I said, my skin is better now than when it was in my 20s, and I'm guaranteeing you guys it's because of Tretinoin. So Tretinoin is pretty much a strong grade of like retinol. There's a bunch of different versions of it. I get Tretinoin because it is a prescription grade. I get it from my dermatologist. If you have insurance, I think it's pretty inexpensive, but even without insurance, I think it's $75. So, and it lasts you well over a year. I think mine lasts me like 18 months, a year and a half or so. Totally worth it. So I started using Tretinoin when I was 28 years old, and within 6 months of regular use, my pores started getting smaller, my acne stopped, I stopped breaking out, the texture of my skin smoothed out. I'm telling you guys, it was like miracle work for my skin. I swear by everyone who asked me like, what beauty treatments or how do you keep your skin so smooth? The number one thing I will say that is the most cost effective with the highest results is gonna be Tretinoin. If you've not gotten on it, you've gotta try it, you guys, but get get the prescription grade. See a dermatologist if you can, just to have them examine your skin and make sure you're okay with it, because when you first start using it, it is really strong. It's gonna cause you to get itchy, it'll cause some redness and all that until your skin acclimates to it. So you start with a really, really low dosage. I started with like 0.05 or something like that. And then after the first year, I bumped it up to 0.1. And now I'm on a really, really strong version because I've been using it for so many years. And I can tell a massive, massive difference when I stop using it and when I don't, because you can't use it when you're pregnant. So when I was pregnant with Audie, I didn't use it. And after she gave birth and I was breastfeeding and all that, I was like, dang, my skin looks like crap. Like, what is this? So then I started using Tretinoin again after I stopped breastfeeding. I'm telling you, within a few months, my skin was like, yes, it was doing a little party. It was all smooth. Like, it helped with my pigmentation, my pores. If people tell you that pores don't shrink, I call it bullshit. I've seen it happen on my own face, and I'm telling you, it's because of the Tretinoin, you guys. So do your research on yourself. But if you guys want to know one thing I recommend that is the ultimate beauty secret, it is this one. Get on Tretinoin. So I hope these tips help you guys in your beauty routine. Let me know if there's other beauty tips that you guys want to share. Put them in the comments below. We'll help each other out. So thanks you guys for watching. Come back next week for another beauty video. Have a great one, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.